Welcome to OZTV. Here we talk about everything that you need to know. We talk about family, we talk about relationships, we talk about children, homes. We talk about virtually everything. So I want you to subscribe, like, comment, click on the notification bell for more videos coming up, and watch out for a new show coming up called Spit It All. Thank you. Hello everyone and welcome to OZTV. My name is Ozioma Anajiku and here this is Spit It All. Today we're going to be talking about courtship and engagement. And with me in the house is our counselor Joy Uzoho. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And Faye Gold, a beautiful Faye Gold.
Thank you.
Okay, we're talking about courtship and engagement. Okay, so what is courtship? What is engagement? What's the difference between courtship and engagement?
Okay. Courtship is the first stage of getting to know yourselves, romantically, commitment, behaviors, before it graduates into engagement. Engagement is formal agreement to marry.
Okay. Do you think it's necessary to be courted before getting married?
I think it's necessary, just as my sister Joy said. It's getting to know one another. I believe there should be courtship in any form of commitment, because when you're courting somebody, it's your first stage of getting to know that person. There's so many things you would love to know about that person. And I would say courtship does not necessarily guarantee engagement.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily guarantee engagement. But I think it's the first step of getting to know your spouse. Because if you're courting the person, there are some things that in the line of courtship you get exposed to that you might not know about that person.
Don't you think there are some people that are reserved in their being themselves when they are courting? They keep some things in, they don't show their real self while courting.
It depends on how long you're talking about. I don't think one could hide his or herself.
I think it happens.
Me, I feel there must be signs that the person is ignoring.
Okay.
Because your behavior is you, is yourself. Even if it's not there's this Yoruba act that says that Efi Niwa means that your character is more like a smoke.
Okay.
It's one way or the other, it must be reflecting, showing.
One way or the other.
Yeah, but if the spouse, he or she, is so in love, you might ignore it. You might not even see it as a threat, as something big.
Okay.
So I don't think it's something somebody could hide for so long. It's just saying somebody, a violent person. A violent person now. You're courting now, you've not seen him physically hit somebody, but through his actions, his talking. Example now, you're having an argument, an healthy conversation with your spouse, and it's all a bit aggressive.
Okay.
You'll be wondering that why is this person aggressive? Those are little signs. If you take it further, it might be the kind of person that when they don't win an argument, they get aggressive and they might hit the person. But some people just ignore. So there might be traces, little traces that the person just decides to ignore. Maybe because you really want to get engaged to that person, you want to be off the market. So many things happen and you let me overlook it.
Okay. You mentioned that some people want to overlook some things because they want to be engaged. So how long do you think an engagement is supposed to last for before marriage?
Engagement shouldn't exceed 6 months. If you exceed 6 months, getting to 1 year, 2 years, you become the Lord of the Ring. At that time, you decided to keep yourself in a cage. And then, like she said, most time, in fact, nobody knows a man completely or knows a woman completely. You cannot know the person completely in engagement. Engagement is just to give you a clue. Know that the person will show you 100% of who he or she is. A man falls over his love with you and showering you with I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. During courtship, most of them tend to hide it. Let me get her first and get her into my house. And then, even when he wants to react about some things, he will not tell you, give you 1,001 reasons why that thing happened that way. And, because you're in love, you will also tend to understand.
That's really important.
So what do you think? In most cases in this part of the world, they see the man being the person to engage a woman. But recently I've started seeing the reverse. Females now looking to engage a man. And they feel hurt when the man is like, why are you engaged? Do you think it's proper for a woman to engage a man?
Everything boils down to culture and society.
Okay.
Yes, outside Nigeria, they see it as nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But our culture and system in Nigeria see everything wrong in a woman engaging a man. In fact, when a woman gives a man money to pay her bride price, they say the woman married the man.
Yes.
In culture. And because our society frowns so much against a woman engaging a man, talk more of doing it in a public. The man, in the other way around, most men see that you're stepping on their ego as a man, that they cannot be able to do what they are supposed to do.
Okay.
So, in that way, I will say, in every way, even scripturally, the man has always been the one chasing. When the man is the one chasing, somehow you get to be at an advantage. But when you're the one forcing things to happen, the man sees it and uses it most of the right time to override the woman.
So why is it that, in most cases, those women that engage the men, they've been in courtship for a long period of time. They are in love with the man, they want the man to
marry them.
Yeah, take the next step.
Okay.
But the man is being withdrawn for reasons best known to him. So they're now looking at it, okay, since he's not taking that step, let me take the step, believing that maybe they are in the same page.
Faye said something in that. Faye said something in that light. Do you know what she said in that light?
Mm-hmm.
In courtship, that man might discover some things that will make him not get committed.
So
that's one.
Okay.
That's one.
But she wouldn't know.
That's one. Number two, that man might begin to see. You see, when we were growing up, we usually have this kind of school relationship boyfriends.
Okay.
When you get to the university, your eye opens more.
Mm-hmm.
When you come out of university, you
Yes.
becomes more brother.
Yes.
You understand me? That guy might love you now. In the next few months, he begins to set his priorities right and feel that I need something higher than what I am doing now. Once he sees someone he feels that has better idea, better perception, better destiny, you see, that's where you see some men begin to withdraw.
Well, don't you think he's the problem? Don't you think he should tell the lady that he should that
in Nigeria, we ladies
instead of leading her on.
Ladies see a lot of problem when once they are in a relationship. In fact, ordinary friendship, they begin to tell me that you're going to marry them. Now that is where they will tell you broke their heart. Emotion steps in.
Some men actually do tell the ladies, and some of them end up not taking it well.
Yeah.
Some men actually tell the lady, due to some good thing, I can't marry you because of this, I can't marry. That's the bold ones. The bold one will still, let's say you start stringing the lady along, like, let me still plays along. I won't propose to her, I won't engage her. When she gets tired, she leaves. That's the question. She now goes like, we've been dating for so many years, we'll be cutting for so many years.
And you don't want to marry
when are you going to marry me? And the guy will still not say anything. He will still be in that relationship. Somebody once said something, and I find it very, very amusing. That you see, Nigerian men or most men, African men nowadays, what they do is that they will not tell you it's over. They will leave you to be dating yourself in the relationship. They are already out of the relationship. But you would not know they are out of relationship. You are dating yourself. You are the only one in that relationship. Because one, they are not ready to talk. They are not ready to communicate properly. They are not ready to give any commitment.
No attention.
And she's not getting the signs. She might feel that, oh, she's not doing something right. Maybe she should put in more effort towards this angle. But the guy has already made up his mind that he's not going to marry this lady. But she doesn't know. She feel, oh, maybe I didn't do this. Maybe I should put more attention. And because of the way the world is now, the woman population is like almost 6 or 10 times the population of the man.
Yes.
So it's like everybody is trying to cling to a man. So when you have one, you give all manner of excuses why you should hold on to him. Because the idea is like there's no man outside.
Yes.
There's no man outside. And the opposite sex, knowing truly that the women are more than the man, will try to play on that. So it will not tell her this. Only few ones that are bold enough will come out and tell you that I cannot marry you because of so thing like, or this relationship is not working for me. I've seen this, it's not working for me. If he's the kind of person that likes that lady, they might talk it over, and she might like willing to give her a second chance. Let's see if she can work on herself. But if the one that decided that he has made up his mind, he doesn't want to talk to her and tell her that let's move on. But she, being a woman, is always soft. We fall easily in love.
Yeah.
She's like, let me still give him my best. Maybe he might change. Some men do change their mind, and some end up not changing their mind. So it's a two-way thing.
And also that's where maturity comes in. Most of us we are not matured in mind when it comes to relationships. We just feel that especially when the guy is wealthy, let me put it that way, he's wealthy and he's caring. The moment he's in a relationship with you, he does everything for you, then you just feel that the best thing to do is to get this guy down. And that's where you see several ladies start getting pregnant for the guy.
To tie him down.
So that you will actually get married to you. But right now, guys are smarter. You get pregnant, you have the baby, they're not still going to marry you.
Exactly. They tell you take care of the
You
child.
take care of the child. You understand me?
But they don't want you.
Like what she said, most ladies right now need to get matured in mind when it comes to relationship, engagement, courtship, and understand that every relationship must not end up in marriage. If you have that at the back of your mind, and two of us are friends, and as friends, you people deal on the friendship level. From dealing on the friendship level, just open your mind, have an open mind towards it. If he's taking us to somewhere, don't begin to tell me because there's a way he started talking, and I now feel that he's taking it the other way around. We're going to another level because of the way he's talking. Yes, a man will say anything to cajole you just to get into you. So, but if you have that matured mind at the back of your mind that this is a relationship, if he gets to marriage, okay. If he doesn't get to marriage, okay. That is also where it will save you cost.
Joy, I think on that aspect, I will not agree with you. If you're telling somebody to have a mindset that if he goes into a relationship, it might not lead into marriage, that's depending on the age of the lady in question. If I have a relationship at the age of 33, 34 with you, 35, what I'm hoping for is marriage, even 30.
Yeah.
She understand? If I am younger than that, and I'm in a relationship, I'm 20, 21, I'm in a relationship, I won't even think about it. But at 32, I'm dating you for like a year. 35, I'm dating you for like a year. I'll be expecting that is all what I can think about.
Okay, for you, let me correct you, that is very wrong. And that is why we have so many heartbreaks now. You know why it's wrong? That a man asked you out, he did not tell you on a platter the moment both of you met, I am going to marry you. He said, I want us to become friends. It's called dating. Dating does not define you as a wife. You people are still on the stage. Just like you start from primary school, you get to secondary school and all that. Let me tell you, when once a man is keeping a lady, he has 3 other ladies or 2 others and you are keeping. So
he dates a 33-year-old, 35-year-old.
It does not matter. It's not. I want to get to a point.
And he knows that that is what she has at the back of her mind.
No, hold on. He does not know you have that at the back of your mind.
At 30,
and also understand. Hold on. I'm going to somewhere. I want us to listen. When a man is dating you, a man might tell you right now that he wants to marry you just to get you. And the moment he gets what he wants from you, he moves. All of us are women.
That's why they can't have it at the back of their mind that relationship is not leading nowhere.
Okay, hold on. Now that a man asks you out, and automatically in quote you're telling yourself, I'm going into this relationship because I know two of us are going to settle down and get married. Okay, you're talking on the aspect of the lady, the lady being 35 years or whatever. What of, on the other hand, the lady sees someone that is better than the person he's dating and snaps out? That is one. Number two, that a guy asks you out, please don't have it at the back of your mind that anybody that asks you out is asking you out because he wants to marry you. If you keep doing that, they will keep breaking their heart. And for the last thing I'm going to say, and for a 35 years or 32 years old that begins to date a man, the moment you're going into that relationship, define it. Define it. If you don't define, if you get to 1 year, 2 years, don't have it at the back of your mind or make the man have it at the, it's not in your mind. You're not in his mind. The moment you people get to, like you said, courtship, maybe 1 year, both of you are dating friendship. I'm not calling it courtship because it's friendship. 1 year, call him to order. What are we doing?
Okay, what about the man that tells you that he will marry you, give me time?
If you give time and it gets to 1 year and he's still not talking, it is time to go.
It's not everybody that has that kind of willpower.
And that's what we're teaching them right now.
That's not everybody
That's what we're trying to teach them.
That's not everybody that has that willpower. No, you said at the age of, it's not every man that asks you out that wants to marry you. And the man, you're 35 and he tells you that I want to marry you.
And he said, give me time. After 1 year. And that's what we're trying to teach you. After 1 year, don't keep waiting for a man that is not ready to make commitment to you. A man tells you he wants to marry you. After 1 year, you have not gone to see your parents.
You can't just take a
You can't just
like that now.
See, I will call you to order. Please excuse me. You've not gone to see my parents and you said I should give you time. How much time am I giving you? What are we looking at? What do you want us to do? For what? At what time are you looking at you're going to be able to settle down and all that?
Okay,
and let me tell you, you might be having attention from people outside, and because you're waiting for someone, you miss those attentions you're getting.
Okay, what about the one that shows you the commitment but does not do that?
In what sense are you showing the commitment?
The one that shows you commitment, he has met maybe, okay, he knows your mom. You said, okay, you don't know my mom, you don't know my parents. And there are people like that. They will come and make commitment. They will tell your parents, I love your daughter. I want
they
to marry her.
They can even come.
Exactly. And the end of doing that.
Parents, this is my advice to you. The moment your daughter brings back a man home, gets to 1 year, 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, and the man is not ready to do the right thing. Because what you are doing here practically is to teach.
Yeah.
What you do is ask your daughter to call the man to come back again. What is keeping this thing? You came to the house to ask us for this girl's hand in marriage. You told us you like her. What is still keeping it?
Okay.
And every mother, every parent should be able to reason at that time from the answer the man will give you. If this person is this person serious?
Yeah.
Where is this person leading to? Like I will always say on this show, not everybody you see at the motor park is traveling. There are chop passengers. And because there are chop passengers, you have to be smart at what you want to do at a destination. So you cannot take your child and commit into and this is where we get to the point where because the man have come to your house to see your parents and your parents are accepting them, the girl will go further, maybe to get pregnant for that man and then begin to struggle about it. So at that point, parents, please invite the guy back to your house
and have
a conversation, a healthy one. What do you want? Tell us, open up and tell us what is the problem, what is keeping this thing from happening. And not making this girl stand at a standstill and begin to maybe there must be other sitters coming. You begin to miss.
What if the man is cash strapped or maybe he's having financial challenges
and he still
that is why
that is why he keep and he tells that we have seen cases like this.
In a situation where you know you like someone, you want to marry that person. Before you come to the point of marriage, that man must be ready.
Ready in what sense?
This is one impression I'm going to, because we are on air, I'm going to publicly correct. If a man is not financially ready to settle down, why bring in a woman and say you want to marry her?
You know, sometimes in a relationship you can start something.
You
understand? It doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out that way because of life.
Hold on.
Life happens.
happens.
But you cannot tie her down 1 year. You are not doing anything. I will accept what you're saying if the man has something doing.
Okay.
You cannot tell me you want to marry me and you sit down in the house 24 hours. You do nothing. Then you tell me you love me, you want to marry me. Or your total dependence is on friends and family.
No, there are people like maybe business gone bad.
People like business gone bad.
Yes.
They go out at least every day to do something.
Yes.
Then you understand this person has prospect. In your question, I think we're going to get to where we define a man with purpose. That is where you define a man with purpose.